Hello and welcome to Dawn Train on Rstv Television Channel 22 here in the Garden City of Port Harcourt. On the 3rd of March 2025, we were live on this program where we got to talk about certain things, and most of us weren't so excited because of how the tone March came in with. And it's as if the whole thing boiling down from when we talked about the courts giving their own, this is what we want to happen, and after that chairmen were taken out of office, we run election. After that we have state of emergency currently ongoing in Rivers State. What's the case? Because if you look at your calendar, it's moving, it's not waiting for you. Time is ticking without waiting if you're utilizing it or not. So my question for you this morning is, the first quarter of 2025 is almost rolling out. What have you done in 2025? All the New Year resolutions you wrote out, this is what I want to do in January, I want to do this, in February I want to do this, in March this is what I want to do. There are a lot of plans you had. Have you started implementation, or you're still waiting? Or are you also using the economy to decide when you will start doing what? That's a decision you need to take for yourself. If it's working, you let us know. If it's not working, what do you need to do to change all of this? Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. I am Billy Tiara, and with me here in the studio is none other than Beauty Victor Benjamin. Beauty, you're welcome.
Hello, thanks for joining us. Very beautiful coming to be out there. Beautiful. It's good to know that you're there, because if you're not there watching us, you're not complete. And it'll be good morning, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, because I actually missed you yesterday.
Aww.
We had to throw a special shout out for you, like, why did she not come out? We missed you yesterday. And I'm glad to have you here.
I'm blushing. I'm blushing. Yesterday I had to take care of my son's matter. I was actually coming to work. I was dressed up, When I got there, there was something I need to handle. And by the time I was done, it was late. And the weather was not very good. So I just made a U-turn back home. And I missed the show yesterday. Seriously, I did. I miss you guys too.
Yeah, we do understand that sometimes things happen, life happens, and you can't rule out the fact that there are things you just cannot manage all by yourself. Thank God for God, who is not always holding us to it when we feel like, okay, no, I'm giving up on this already. God is not giving up on us already.
And
but
He won't.
He won't. And that is why I wanted to also throw this question I threw to the public. It's almost the end of March.
Yeah. Today is 26th.
How do you feel? Today is 27th.
27th. Okay, it's the first day, yeah. 27th.
How do you feel knowing that a lot of people stepped into the year with plans, and don't be surprised, a lot of those plans are yet to start materializing? How's it been for you?
First and foremost, I'm grateful for life, because if you're not in life, you can't even have plans.
Sure.
So we keep pushing. There's a wrestler that has a signature. It's never give up. Justina. In whatever, whether you've accomplished, just like you said, you have things you wrote down. People do it every year. I will do this, I'll do this, I'll do that. But whether you've accomplished them or not at the month of March, this is 27th, just like a few days to go, don't give up. If your life, there is still hope. Keep pushing, keep believing. Because when you don't believe, you don't want to push, you give up on life, then you're like, I'm tired, I can't go on.
I can't do this again. It's
that
too
means
much
you're already,
for me.
Yeah, dead while living. So I don't want to do that. Whether I am not accomplished, I'm not there, but I keep pushing on. I keep believing. I have strong faith that I will make it. I'll get there.
But there's also this belief that tomorrow is not guaranteed. So
yes,
why not make do with today? A lot of people, what's affecting the New Year resolution is procrastination. Not because they cannot do it, but they are waiting for when it will be convenient, I will do it tomorrow. I have to be comfortable before I can start doing it. And there's no way anybody can succeed like that.
Comfortability, there's nothing to be comfortable about in this country, in this world. And in fact, we should just take away
trouble every day.
Yeah. Every day as you come, keep pushing on. If you're waiting for when you get to the level, say, I'm comfortable, it's not there. Maybe now when you don't die,
it's not going to come.
And it's not going to come. Because as everything rises, just like the cost of things, the hikes and all that, everything demands pressure, everything triples every day. So don't wait until you're comfortable. Just keep, if you're alive, you're breathing, keep moving. If you push today, it didn't go through, push again tomorrow.
These are little steps.
Yeah.
We hear
little drops of water.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So it's necessary that we tend to do things when we are supposed to do them, not until it's convenient. Because if you keep waiting till it's convenient, a lot of things will spoil before you get to that place of convenience.
Okay.
And that's how we get to roll into the newspaper review segment, as a lot of stories, a lot of procrastinations, a lot of laws are coming into place. Let's get to see what the papers are saying this morning.
Okay, and the first on the list this morning is this day. Okay, let's have this day. Yeah. This day we have the bold one there. Atiku, National Assembly leadership is corrupt. National Assembly leadership is corrupt. It says PDP is weak because its leaders are compromised. INEC notifies Kogi Senator of recall process. Acknowledges receipt of petitions details. Oh, okay. Has moves to strip vice presidents, governors, and their deputies of immunity. Don't think like I'm a sabo, but I think I like this one. Yeah,
right underneath we have passes anti-piracy bill for second reading. We have considers upgrading Lagos 37 LCDAs to LGAs. Still on landmark. A landmark deal, MTN Airtel agree on network infrastructure sharing in Nigeria.
I hope that deal will benefit the consumers.
We hope so. We have another story here which says alleged 162 million naira fraud. Court dismisses Falana's suit against Zenat chairman. Others. Court dismisses Falana's suit against Zenat's chairman. Others. You can find that on page 6 of this day's newspaper. Let's quickly look at what the Punch has to say this morning. On the Punch this morning, we have 91 groups seek INEC registration as coalition talks gather steam. 91 groups seek INEC registration as coalition talks gather steam. Right underneath, you have the electoral body says no application rejected as opposition gears up to challenge ruling party. No application rejected as opposition gears up to challenge ruling party.
Okay, still on the Punch here we have legal profession facing ethical challenges, says CGN. You find that on page 16. Natasha recall. INEC notifies Senate as constituents amend petition. That's on page 20. Then we have state opposed bill seeking immunity removal from VP, governors and deputies. Why are they opposing it? Page 3.
Well, everybody has an interest, so we still have on the Punch, Reverse emergency rule. PDP governors ask Supreme Court to reinstate Fubara Ibas appointees.
Okay, we have Zenith Bank profit hit 1.3 trillion naira. Wow, That's on page 21.
Mm-hmm.
Review hike in data cost. Senate tells NCC. I think I love that story now.
Okay, definitely.
That's on page 21, yes. Ogun, Morocco signs MOU on energy, port development, infrastructure. I hope they implement it. Okay, we have some of the
Reps move to convert 37 Lagos LCDAs to local governments. Reps move to convert 37 Lagos LCDAs to local governments. So let's move on quickly to the next paper.
Okay, the next paper is The Guardian. A national automotive policy in limbo. 136 billion naira investment struck. That's on stock rather. Okay,
Yes.
stock. Further on page 6. National automotive policy in limbo. 136 billion investment stuck. That's a whole lot. Wow. Final story on page 6.
We have a story on page 3 regarding Rivers says don't extend emergency rule beyond 6 months. Council tells Tinubu. Don't extend emergency rule beyond 6 months. Council tells Tinubu. And there is this touching story I'm looking at. Over 26,000 children in prisons, says Minister. I think if we have time, we could really talk about this.
2 days ago,
Yeah.
the IG was talking about police not keeping inmates longer than necessary, no detention of anyone more than. They talked about it 2 days ago. The IG gave that order.
Alright, while we'll hold on to our thoughts and come back to conversations, let's quickly take more headlines. Natasha in Senate, an error we are set to correct. Constituents insist. Natasha in Senate, an error we are set to correct. Constituents insist. Hope for cheaper drugs as federal government exempts duty VAT on pharmaceutical raw materials. That's good news.
That's a good one. Very
Hope
good.
for cheaper drugs as federal government exempts duty VAT on pharmaceutical
I hope
raw
it will be
materials.
utilized.
We hope so too. We can still see Shetima urges judiciary to uphold justice integrity. Shetima urges judiciary to uphold justice integrity. Let's
We have concerns over state of constitutional amendments, delays state police bill.
Yeah. That's on page 6 as well.
Okay.
So let's take on the last paper for this morning, Vanguard newspaper. On the Vanguard this morning we have INEC, Tinubu shops for Yakubu's replacement. On the Vanguard this morning we have INEC, Tinubu shops for Yakubu's replacement.
Okay, we have the Rivers Store administrator suspends all political appointees.
It's time for dialogue, says Ziri. And Tinubu acted based on misinformation, sacked Rivers local government area bosses say.
And I can't walk away without giving you Mr. and Mrs. My mother was too hard on you. My mother was too hard on you because she criticized your cooking. You don't know my mother. She can't hurt a fly. That is Mr. saying my mother was too hard on you because she criticized your cooking. You don't know my mother. She can't hurt a fly. And Mrs. says, you're right. Her specialty is daughters-in-law. Wow. Wow.
Her what?
Her specialty is daughters-in-law. My mother was too harsh on you because she criticized your cooking. My mother, she can't hurt a fly, you know. And yeah, you're very right. As Shati is daughters-in-law, that's criticizing our cooking.
It's for us,
for us,
not for you,
not for the
children or male.
For only us.
Yeah.
So we'll get it.
Right. So let's quickly go on a break. When we come back, we continue this conversation.
But let's take this one. Eagles deserve to be flogged.
Just yesterday we were excited about them. Today they are to be flogged. When we come back from this break, the conversation continues. Stay tuned.
It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step two, step two, step two, step two, step two, step two. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step two, step two, step two, step two, step two. Baby girl.
What would you do to get to me? What would you say to have your way? Would you give up or try again? If I hesitate to let you in, now would you be yourself or play a role? Tell all the boys or keep it low. If I say no, would you turn away or play me off, or would you stay? Oh, first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again, try again. 'Cause if at first you don't succeed, you can dust it off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again, try again. I'm into you, you into me, but I can't let it go so easily. Not till I see what this could be eternity or just a week. We know our chemistry is off the chain. It's perfect now, but will it change? This ain't a yes. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Off and try again. First you don't succeed. You can dust it off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again. You don't wanna throw it all away. I might be shy on the first day. What about
welcome back to Don't Train. So before we went on that short break, we were talking about the newspaper headlines. And this morning I want to quickly look at the very story that was telling us how VAT has been taken off pharmaceuticals. That sounds like good news to me, because if you go into the market to get drugs compared to what it I think I need to stop this whole comparison thing. I'm trying to limit myself from comparing, but drugs are no longer what they used to be, in as much as it's a lifesaver for a lot of persons. Some persons are dependent on drugs, some persons live their life on drugs, and not a lot of people can still afford those drugs. So if taking off VAT on these raw materials is a good thing, what do you have to say, Beauty?
Well, my question would be, there's this syndrome we have in our country here. Once something goes up, it never comes down.
Yeah.
For instance, like
okay.
the transporters.
Okay.
The 1 second that if fuel prices goes up and they increase, even if the fuel comes down to 1 naira, they don't bring it
It's
down.
difficult,
Now,
actually.
even if I want to see a situation where this VAT removal
Will reflect, yeah.
because it's not when you walk to the shop to buy and they tell you, hey, you're still importing, you're still paying VAT, all of that. The government should make, we don't do follow up. There should be some a committee that will follow up to ensure that these people are actually doing following up what the government has done. If the government say, okay, remove VAT so we can have these drugs cheaper, because ever since US aid left, those HIV, tuberculosis and all that, BP, you can't buy them. So if the take up, want to see it reflect when you go to buy. Let us see that, federal government has taken off VAT, so we are now buying the drugs cheaper, like subsidy is being removed. So the government should not just say it, act it, implement it, set up a committee, a body that we go about to monitor, to ensure that, and you see people go to they can actually go to a station to buy fuel and they put their nozzle in your car and they on. Nothing is coming out.
Nothing is coming. Yeah, I've heard of accounts like that.
A lot, it happens. So let's have this thing being implemented, not just talk. Let's see a body that is set out to monitor, a disciplined body, not just anyone that does.
Well, that's one thing we really talk about on this program, because we see our government tend to talk about do this, change
to
this,
better the lots of people.
But how is it effective? Is it reflecting? So we call it audio rights. There's something we call audio rights, audio money and all. I hope what we are hearing is also not audio, because we want to see it reflect in the system. We want to see it reflect in the market. It's not so easy for people who are catering to patients with some of these diseases. The income is not flowing as it used to, yet you are spending most of it on drugs. How effective is it?
And not just
how
drugs,
is it working out? How about food and other things those patients need to take? So if taking it off drugs is a good thing, it's a good thing, it's actually happening. And also we have a number of bills that were passed yesterday, but looking at our time, we would not have really to go into that, but we want to say
we'll come back. There's a story that we need to talk about, so when we come back,
hopefully if we have time, we'll come back and
we'll
continue the conversation.
We'll touch those bills before we go into the topic of today. So I hope that this particular VAT, when it's removed,
is reflected.
The government will set up a committee to monitor it. Let us see it reflect.
We want to see it. We don't just want to hear it. We also want to see it and feel it.
I will report it here. We will report
Definitely,
it here.
that's our job. So thank you so much, everyone, who stuck
you.
with us till this time. We appreciate you and hope to continue this conversation. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.